Okay, all right. So thank you all so much for coming to today's masterclass. So for those who don't know me, my name's Samantha, and I am a psychic medium and an Akashic Records reader. And I also teach people how to trust their intuition. I believe everyone is psychic. It's something we all have this ability to do. So it's something anyone can pick up. So, and thank you all so much for taking the time to come to today's masterclass as well. Really appreciate it. I know you all would have had a full day at work, a lot of you. So thank you so much for taking this time out. Yeah, so we'll just be going through, what the different psychic senses are, as well as doing some exercises to activate your psychic senses. Doesn't matter if you don't have any experience with this, that's fine. Or if you have some experience, that's great as well. It's for everyone at all levels. So I suppose before we get into it, I'll just give you a little. Oh, sorry, I've got one more person coming in. Preeta. So, just a little information about me. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm Samantha. As I mentioned earlier, I'm a psychic medium, Akashic Records reader, and a spiritual guide. So, I do psychic mediumship readings, Akashic Record readings, as well as coach people into developing their psychic abilities. It's something I get really excited about. I love doing readings for people and just, seeing them walk away, getting that clarity and feeling more empowered and confident. That's why I got into doing readings. And I actually love coaching people and seeing them develop their psychic abilities. It's just so cool when people uncover like what psychic ability they have and they don't. And a lot of them are even surprised they have psychic abilities, which, as I mentioned, everyone has it. So you're more likely to have more than one psychic ability based on my experiences and coaching people into developing their skills. I actually come from an HR background, so corporate background. So 2 years ago, I did not think I would be running a psychic mediumship business full time. I would not have believed that if someone told me you would be doing this in 2 years' time, I would have said no way. So, yeah, so this is so I suppose my HR background gives me that sort of practical hands experience to help. Sorry, got a few more participants. Yeah, get into. Sorry, lost my train of thoughts. Yeah, so I suppose because I come from an HR background, working in a corporate world, I suppose that helps me keep me a bit more grounded whilst also, receiving messages and guidance from, the other realm. Yeah, so I suppose before we get into it, I'd love it if we could just, go around the room. I suppose you can just type in your responses in the meeting chat box. If you can see it come up. Yeah, so if you could just type in if you've had any sort of psychic development before and or if you haven't, if you could all just take turns typing it in the chat box. So yep. Oopsies, can you see the chat? Oopsies, got someone else coming in. Yep, can you see a chat box? Yep, Matt. Okay, yep, I've had a bit of dabble here and there, but still being closer to being a newbie. Oh no, I wouldn't say you're entirely a newbie, Matt. Your readings are pretty good. If you're looking to Matt's a really great tarot reader. So if you so definitely hit him up and Matt, if you need practice, I'm sure a lot of people will be happy to get practice readings from you. Yeah. Hi Cotton. Yeah, you too. You're a newbie. Hello. Gary, you're a newbie. Oh, you do some readings too, Gary's. Yep. Yep. Also new. You're very intuitive, Kate. Yep, newbie as well. Katharina, hello. Got lots of newbies. And Sarah, you're a newbie as well. Okay. Likewise, Marthy. Yeah. Carmen. Yeah. Oh, good, good. I love newbies. Completely new, only had readings from others. Okay, yeah, that's totally fine. Your newbie to preter, yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so got a lot of newbies here. Yeah. Okay. No, that's good. That's great. I just wanted to know to see where you're at with psychic development and that, but that's great. Again, I think a big thing with doing psychic development is trusting yourself. The biggest thing is not about getting it right or wrong. It's more so about trusting yourself. And when you trust yourself, that's when it all falls into place, which is a really cool thing. Okay, so this is what we're going to go through. This is just a little summary of what we'll go through today. So we're going to talk about what the psychic abilities are, also known as the clear senses. We're going to talk about psychic ability and mediumship. There is a difference. I used to think they were both the same thing, but actually there is a difference. So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about spiritual hygiene and grounding, and then we'll also talk about the third eye activation exercise. So I'll walk you through that. That's just to sharpen your third eye. So for those of you who are not familiar, it's that point between your eyebrows and your forehead. So we'll definitely do this little exercise to activate that. And it might feel tingly, yeah, but we'll see what comes through. We'll also do an energetic sensing exercise, and we'll also see so in that energy sensing exercise, all of you will be getting a feel of my energy. So I'll guide you through that as well. So you'll pretty much be doing an energy read on me. Don't worry, it's nothing scary. So I'll just get you all just to type in random thing, whatever comes up in the chat box. So yeah, again, like I said, it's not about getting it right or wrong. It's just about trusting yourself. And sometimes when you get messages that come through, sometimes you get the most random messages, but those end up being the most accurate. So just go with whatever comes to you. And then we'll also talk about why trusting your intuition changes everything. Okay, so before we move on, do any of you have any questions? Is everyone okay? Feel free to type in messages in the inbox. Sorry, the chat group. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll just move on to the next slide. Okay. So, what are the clear senses? So, the clear senses are psychic abilities that allow a person to receive information beyond the regular five senses, or what you would call a sixth sense. We all have psychic abilities which can be developed, and you may have one or more of the following psychic senses. Again, as I said earlier, you're more likely to have more than just one psychic sense, but you might have one that's more dominant. So you might have others that are not as dominant. So there's 8 of them. So as you can see from this little image, this is what they are. Just in a little summary if you want to see images. So it's clairvoyance, you've got clairaudience, clairtangency, clairsentience, which is clear feeling, clairalience, which you can see sniffing, claircognizance, clear empathy, which is clear feeling, and clear guston. So yes, you can taste random things in your mouth. It's a really weird one. So I'll just go through it. I'll just give you a little summary of it, just so that you've got a better understanding of it. And again, if you've got any questions at any point, just feel free to pop it into the chat as well. Just feel free to pop it in any time. Okay, so we have clairvoyance, which is clear seeing. So that's seeing images that may pop into your head. So you might randomly see, for instance, you might randomly be doing a reading and you see the image of a key or house key. So it could be that someone's maybe going to be moving into a new property or maybe buying a new car. So that could be that, for instance, you might get visions, you might have dreams that come true. So those are called prophetic dreams. So deja vu, I'm sure quite a number of you have had that before as well. Yeah, so You might see symbols, signs, or some people actually can see ghosts as well. I know when I was a little kid, I've actually seen a lady in the mirror, and I've seen shadows as well on the walls, which is creepy. And I think I saw shadows on the wall. How I was, I think it was probably about 19 or 20, I think. But I haven't seen like anything physical like that since. I think I'd be too scared too. Like, I don't know, I'd rather hear things than see things. So, yeah. But again, it's yeah, but I mean, it's usually nothing scary, but yeah, it's just kind of a bit of a shock for me being seeing it there. Yeah. Have any of you had any sort of experiences with clairvoyance? Like seeing things, or getting images or deja vu, you feel you've had that happen before? Deja vu, yes, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Do you get that a lot too, Arian? Yep, sometimes, yep. Yep, sometimes. Okay, yeah. So that means you're more likely to be clairvoyant, especially if you have that happen. I seem to get it in snippets, like little random things, like I'm at an event and I would see that. So it's like a little snippet, like, oh, I feel like I've been here before. Does it feel like that for you too? Like it's like a random little event, like a random little, like looking at a particular table and you know you've seen that before? Yeah. It can be random. Yeah, that's how it feels. Yeah, I get it exactly the same way. Yeah. 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 Okay. No, that's good. So you can point out. So that's clairvoyance. That's a sign of clairvoyance. So we have clairaudience as well, which means clear hearing. So there's two types. There's internal clairaudience, which is you might hear a song on the radio the moment you think of someone, or it could be like I have a friend when she gets messages from spirit. Sometimes she'll get it in a song that's playing on the radio, and for some reason she says it's like time will slow down and it'll focus specifically on those lyrics, so that's how she gets it in the form of clear audience. Or you might have words that pop into your head, words you may not normally use, or it may sound like a conversation in your head. This is apparently quite common, so you've got your thoughts, and then you may also have yeah, then it feels like you've got someone else talking to you. It may sound like it's in your own voice or someone else's voice. So some people have said like they think they're making it. It's like a conversation in their head, which I haven't experienced that, but it feels a bit I mean it sounds a bit crazy from what the way it's been described to me, but that's how it can be. Or it could just be random words. So that's more common. You might hear footsteps, someone calling your name, ringing your ears. Sorry, not someone calling your name. That will be external clear audience. So external clear audience is literally hearing spirits speak. So when they speak, it's from my experience. It's like a gentle whisper. So this is actually my strongest psychic ability. And I've been hearing voices since I was a little girl, but I thought I was making it up. Apparently, this psychic ability is not very common. Yeah, but it's nothing creepy. It just sounds like a gentle whisper, like but of course, when you first hear it, it does sound a little creepy. Have any of you had any experience with internal or external clairaudience? Internal clairaudience, yeah. What is that like for you, Carson? Yes, internal once or twice during meditation. Okay. What about dreams? Dreams, I would probably say that's probably more to do with that's probably more clairvoyance. Was it dreams that came true? That I would say that's more clairvoyant dreams because you're seeing it visually, if that makes sense. Usually comes in bits and pieces like words. Yep, yep, that will be internal clairaudience. And Kate, ringing in your ears, yeah, that's internal clairaudience, Kate, definitely. I had external twice. I think my name was so random. Oh yeah, if you hear someone call your name, could you tell if it was a man or a woman? No worries, Ash. It was a man. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. be interesting to see if he comes through again. Might be a spirit guide or a loved one in spirit. And Katharina, you also get experience ringing in your ears as well. Okay, yep, that's internal clear audience. Yeah, definitely. And that's usually also ringing in your ears can also sometimes mean like your energies are attuning, like your vibrations are rising. You're getting up to that next level, if that makes sense. So once during a reading from Shannon, I had a song play in my head a split second before Shannon said the exact same as, whoa, that's crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, yep. That's internal clear audience. Yep. Lyrics sometimes come up. Sometimes it comes up in the form of song. Spirit gets creative like that. Wow, that's crazy, Matt. I was shocked because it was so vivid. Yeah. Yeah. No, it sounds like you might have external clear audience coming because that's how it starts off. They start calling your name and you start hearing random sounds. I do hear the tuning sound like the radio frequency. Okay, yeah, no, that's internal clear audience. So sometimes it can mean that your vibrations are your vibrations are rising. So I know when I first started getting into my spiritual journey, I started hearing more ringing in my ears. So I don't hear it as often now. Sometimes I do hear it, but well, actually, no, I lied. The last couple of days I've been hearing it more, so maybe I'm going through another energetic upgrade. So it could mean that you're going through another energetic upgrade, Gary. And I think a couple of you, Kate, and also Katharina said you had ring in your ears. So it could be also be an energetic upgrade. But yes, as a sign of clear audience, like spirit's trying to get your attention too. Um, so sometimes spirit specific thoughts that come true later in the day. Oh, that's interesting. So with thoughts, is it like, is it random images that just pop in your head? Like comes, it just pops in your head and then it happens, Sarah? Yeah, a few words usually. Okay, so yeah, that's internal clear audiences. So sounds like you're getting you've got external clear audience. So we've just got someone in come in. Okay, hello, hello. Yep, so not sure if it's related, but yep, Aria, you get that. You get the ringing. Yep, that's internal clear audience. Not sure if it's related, but sometimes when I work with crystals, I get ringing sensations. Yeah, it could be that. It definitely could be that. Well, I mean, sound healing. Yeah, I mean that involves hearing. So yeah, that could definitely be that as well. Yep. So you get a few words. Wow. So sounds like a lot of you have external sorry, not external, internal clear audience and yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, it's a good one to have, especially, if you get words popping in your head, that just makes it much easier. I have a client, so when she gets messages from spirit, she does mediumship. So, for instance, she'll see my grandma and she'll see my grandma holding up a sign with words on it. So, it's like a mix of both, if that makes sense. You're seeing the words. So it's written, so it's a mix of both. Like it just pops in her head, and then she just sees her holding up a piece of paper with that. So sometimes you can use multiple psychic senses at the same time, which is pretty cool. Then we've got clear cognizance, which is clear knowing. When you think of mother's intuition, you think of what was that? That's pretty much it. You know how you always go, mum knows. She always knows. Like that's my mum. She definitely always knows. I would say that's probably her strongest psychic ability. She's pretty psychic. My mum, she'll randomly say things out loud and then it comes true, which is a bit creepy. Yeah, she predicted one of my cousins would break up with her boyfriend, and a week later it happened because she moved out of his house. So she was pretty bang on. So it's, but crazy like that. But it's just a clear knowing, like you just know it's to be for a fact without you just know. Yeah, this was probably at one point was my second strongest clear sense as well. Because whenever I open the Akashic records, information comes through like it just comes through like that, just comes down. So you might feel it, just coming through your head. It's just like strong knowing. It's like no words, no image, like there's nothing tangible you can somewhat visualize or hear, whatever. It's just like a fact. So have any of you had that happen? Like you just know for a fact without any proof, like you just know. I've had that many times. I remember I knew. think I was looking at purchasing an investment property with my then husband, and the first thing that came to me was, this is too good to be true. It was just like a knowing. It was so strong. It was just a strong knowing, like for a fact. Yeah, you get that too. You experience that more these days, Katharina? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think I bounce between clairvoyance and claircognizance and the slightest drop in of audience. Yeah, so it sounds like you've got multiple psychic senses developing at the same time, Matt, which makes sense because you're doing a lot more tarot readings, and the more you practice and the more all the other clairs come through. Um, I know when something's right, wrong for me. Oh yeah, that's bang on. That is definitely claircognizance, Kate. Definitely. Sometimes I seem to know when someone's pregnant, but I don't know if I'm just observant. No, I would say that's clear cognizance. Like you can just sniff it out. And I suppose because you know how you have a child yourself as well, in your case, I think you're just more likely to be more susceptible to it. Like you just know. I think that's just not normal. And there are women I know I've come across some women who just immediately know someone's pregnant, and I'm like, how do you know? And they're like, I just know, and they just and I had one lady ask another lady, we knew her before, so it's not a random lady we didn't know, say, oh, you're pregnant, are you? She goes, oh my God, how did you know? It's like she's just got the sixth sense. She just knows when women are pregnant, even if you can't. I wouldn't be able to tell just by looking at that, but that was a couple of years ago. So it could be that as well. Yeah, so no, I would say it's a sixth sense, Aria. This was before I had child too. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, no, that's definitely clear cognizance. I have the feeling knowing if something's not right for me, but my logical always overrides my intuition. Oh, you know what? We're all guilty of this. How many of us can say we're guilty of that, where our logical mind always overrides our intuition? I'm guilty. You're not alone. Yeah, you're guilty. Yeah. I also get the pregnancies one as well happened a few times. Ah, there you go, Katharina. So it sounds like clear cognizance may be one of your strongest psychic abilities. Yeah. Yeah. We can all relate. How many likes have you how many likes have you gotten? You got five, six? Yeah. Well, I think everyone in this room. Yeah. So the pregnancy thing is a real thing. That's a psychic thing. That's pretty good. Yeah. So and then we've got clear sentience as well. That's clear feeling. So you get physical sensations. So you might get goosebumps as confirmation. Someone might tell you something like they have a feeling something will happen. You get goosebumps like, yep, that'll happen. And you might even get some Reiki healers. They can feel people's pain. So they might be able to run their hands across and be like, oh, are you feeling pain in your knee? So technically it's like they are picking up your pain, and so they can pick up your pain, they're feeling it, so they're literally feeling it. Yeah, yeah, so that could be so that's just one example. Yeah, so they can pick up pains. What else? And you might get a gut feel, you might have it, your tummy, you might get a sinking feeling, your tummy, you might be like, oh my God, I'm feeling sick, or I've got a bad feeling about this, or you might shake hands with someone, you're like, oh, I've got a bad feeling about them, or you might have a really good feeling. So it's kind of like you pick up on things through your body, if that makes sense. Like you feel, how with the others we're seeing, knowing, hearing. So this is literally like feeling. So yeah, I think this and clear cognizance are probably the more reportedly common ones. This is just based on my experience as well with people. Yep, you can say, oh yeah, you're very clear sentient, Kate. Definitely, yeah, you're like spot on, absolutely. So you can sense people's energies. You just get a feel, but like you might just see them, you feel the energy, like, "Ugh, I don't like it, like it's icky," or you might like being around someone's energy. So, and all of it, to be honest, I reckon everyone's got clear sentience. It's just like you just get that feeling. But some may be more sensitive than others. Yeah. Yeah. So, and of course, you're all very sensitive and intuitive, so you're going to be a lot more sensitive to other people's and energy. So that wouldn't be a surprise. So clear empathy is feeling others' emotions intuitively. Sorry, before we go through that, how many of you have experience with clear sentience? Do you feel you've got clear sentience? Any experiences around there? Got Kate? Yeah, all the time. Oh, yeah, you too, Gary. Yeah. Like someone else here is also very clear sentient. Yeah, yeah. So you can pick up on people's energies. Yeah. Mainly when I work with crystals as well. Yeah, that makes sense because you would be, I mean, you can feel the energies from crystals. Yeah. I'm very sensitive to people's energies. Yep, Katharina. Yeah, I do feel pretty sensitive to energies around me as it tends to get overwhelming. Yep, yep, that's normal, especially if you are sensitive to people's energies. Yep, don't worry. I'll be taking you through some ways to ground yourself and protect your energy a little more. So we'll be touching on that today, so you guys can walk away a little more protected. I feel it when my mum's angry. Oh, that's probably actually clear empathy, actually, which we'll go to actually, because people tend to get that together. But it sounds like you may have clear empathy, so you probably pick absorbing her emotions. Um, yeah, so that makes sense. Yeah, so we'll go through that. Anyone else wants to share their experience with clear sentience before I move on to clear empathy? No. Okay, so clear empathy, which is, sounds like what you have when your mum feels angry. So you're feeling, so pretty much you, when you're feeling, so it's feeling others people's emotions intuitively. So for instance, like you were saying, when your mum's angry, you can pick up on it, so you're absorbing, you're like, oh my God, I can feel she's angry. And you may even feel angry yourself. So I also have a client, she she's an empath clearly. So I think she was telling me one day she went to a shopping center. There's this random woman. She doesn't know who this woman is, and she's crying, and she has no idea what she's crying about. And suddenly she just felt like crying, so she started crying. So it's pretty much picking up on people's intuition, emotions, and that. And sometimes when I'm in readings as well, I do readings. So you could even be picking up the emotions of spirit as well. I think I've done that in a couple of readings. You know, they've shown me things, and I'm like, oh my God, I feel sad. Or a client sitting opposite me, and I'm like, oh my God, I actually feel, I'm like, I feel really sad and anxious. I was okay before the reading. And I asked them, okay, have you been feeling anxious? Have you been feeling sad recently? They say, yeah, I have. Okay. And now I'm like, okay, okay, that's mine. It's not, I mean, that's yours. It's not mine. It's not my emotion. So I suppose if you have clear empathy, I suppose an important thing is to be able to like, like divide, I suppose, be able to separate it. Yeah, so if any of you had experiences like that? How many of you have experienced clear empathy? I once to a partner during process for overwhelming emotions. Okay, yeah, that's clear empathy. That's because you're absorbing, and family constellations is insane. That's like really intense. Have any of you experienced family constellations? I've done it once and I was just like, no, it's too much for me. So yeah, that's definitely clear empathy. That's you tapping into emotions of other people. That's your strongest clear, even while speaking to them, even strangers. Yeah, that's definitely what you have, Gary. I felt something wrong with my ex before we ended things, but not sure if that overlaps with clear cognizance. Oh, okay. So in that sense, Aria, I suppose you knew that you knew it wasn't going to work, or like you knew, but were you picking up on his emotions? Did you feel anger or stress or anything coming from him? Did you feel, could you explain that a bit more? Maybe I can help out with that. It gets quite overwhelming for me sometimes. Yeah, no, that's normal. That's what a lot of people with clear empathy say. And honestly, a lot of them have to cut out on watching the news as well. I know a lot of psychics who just don't watch the news just because it's just insane. It's like it's way too much. Yeah, so sorry, just got one more person coming in, Melissa. Yeah, I felt resentment and also distance plus anger. Yeah, it sounds like you would have had a mix of both. You definitely would have had a mix of both. Yeah, so I think you would have been, yeah, as I was saying earlier, you can pick up on psychic emotions and, I mean, emotions psychically through that, two clears at the same time. Yeah. Okay. All right. So Okay. Yep. Anyone else experience clear empathy? No. Okay. All right. I'll move on to. Oh, yep. Sorry, Yiga. Whenever people close to me try to hide their feelings, I would feel intense emotions as if it's mine and end up crying. Feel like, said, oh, yeah, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah, that's totally normal. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot. So yeah, I think as an empath, it's important to know what's yours and what's theirs. For me, what helped was knowing it wasn't mine, and that actually kind of helped me feel better. And like, okay, it's theirs. Of course, you can empathize with them, but just I suppose the important is to make sure you know it's theirs. So you go, it sounds like you know it's theirs and not yours. So that's really good. So if you can differentiate that, I think that's really important. Yeah, so that's probably not one of my strongest clear senses, but if someone's really upset, then that's probably one of the first few things I would pick up on, of course. Yeah. But yes, definitely it's good to protect your energy as well. So we have clear tangency, which is being able to read energy by carrying objects. So sometimes you might be able to use a necklace and you might be able to get information. One of my students, I gave her my mum's necklace. I didn't tell her who it belonged to. She carried it and she said, and she could see a jasmine tree. So, and she could even smell jasmine flowers, which was amazing. So she got tapped into multiple clairs. Sorry, jumping ahead of myself with Claire aliens, but I'll go into that in a bit. So she could see a jasmine tree, she could smell it, and she saw an older looking lady, Caucasian lady with blonde hair and blue eyes. And my mum has blonde hair and blue eyes, and she's a 70-year-old lady, just to give you context. And yes, she has a jasmine tree, which she smells every day when she comes home from work. So it's just amazing. So if you guys wanted to give this a go, at your own pace, what you could do is that you could get objects like get a necklace, watch, clothes are great, as long as it's been used for maybe like, I don't know, 6 months. I wouldn't recommend using, tablets, mobile phones, laptops and that just because it's, static energy and also like, I don't know, other energies are coming through. Whereas, if you're wearing it on you, that's literally absorbing your energy. So that's one good way. And so plus you can tap into multiple psychic senses doing that too. So that's a really fun one to do. Yeah, so if you guys ever have time and you want to practice that, maybe ask a friend or someone to give them maybe if it's a family heirloom or something, that's something you could practice reading. Yeah, so it's pretty cool like that. Yeah. So and then we've also got clear gustance, which is clear tasting. Oh, sorry, before I jump into that again, sorry, getting ahead of myself. Have any of you been able to pick up on it, information like that? I'm not sure if it's really by my culture. When we smell super punch, it smells, it means evil energies around, but it's jasmine. Ah, okay. That could be something with clear aliens. Yep, that could be. Yep, that absolutely could be. Yeah, it could mean. It could mean that, yeah. I mean, I haven't seen that, but I mean, it could just be a cultural thing, but I mean, it could be something. It could be something, yeah. Jasmine energy, yeah. For me, I just take it as the sense of the last one. Cat pond. Oh, what's cat pond? Oh God. Oh gosh, feeling nauseated. Oh gosh. Oh dear, Gary. Um, That's probably more like clear sentience, I would say. Oh, Pontiana normally associated with a frangipane. Oh, yeah, that's right. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Malaysian folklore, Pontianas are female vampires. I don't know if they're pregnant mums who die early or something, but anyway, if you smell that, that means they're around. Apparently, yeah. Yeah, so and I don't know, something about them loving jasmine trees, but I mean touch wood, I haven't had an encounter with one, I haven't seen one, so I think we're fine at home. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Pontianak's a female vampire. So crash course and those of you, this is a new thing. And feeling nausea. I would say maybe that's yeah, it could be a mix of I suppose clear tangency, because you're looking at someone's picture and also probably clear sentience because you feel sick. So it's probably a mix of the two, if that makes sense. Oh, sorry. Can you all hear me okay? you can all hear me? Sorry, I'm trying to speak to this to the yep, you can. Okay, might be your computer. Okay, volume decrease. Okay, so I'll try to just get a bit closer. Okay, I'll just put my face much closer to the screen. Sorry, just going to see my big face there. Um, yeah, so okay, so yep, so that's probably a mix of both. So so yeah, that's probably psychometry and it's clear senses. You've got Gowry. So clear gustance is tasting. Yep, that's interesting. We'll look more into it, but that praying and the sense left. Oh, oh, that's so weird. Oh, that's so weird. Yeah. Well, usually if you do tell them to go away, they do go away. That's the thing with spirit. If you tell them to go away, they tend to go away. And as long as you're not scared, they will. Whereas they sometimes if they know you're scared, they'll want to scare you for jokes because I don't know. I mean, I don't know if they've got much to do on the other side, but anyway, that's just my experience. So yeah, I think, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, yeah, with rubbish. Yeah. So I think we've all learnt something new today, haven't we? Me too. Yeah. Genting is an area in, I think it's about an hour away from Kuala Lumpur or 40 minutes, I can't remember, but it's on top of a hill. It's like much cooler weather than the rest of most of Malaysia. Yeah, okay. Oh, sorry, I'm just getting back into it. So clear gustance, that's clear tasting. So you might be able to taste things in your mouth. I haven't experienced this before. Sound probably the weirdest clear sense I've come across. Um, yeah, so I think with Claire Gustance, it's I did have a friend, she's a psychic as well, and she said she was doing a reading and she randomly tasted pad thai and the person she was reading for said, oh, it said actually we're going out for Thai food, so that's spot on. So yeah, I mean I haven't had this experience, but have you any of you ever had this experience tasting food randomly in your mouth? No, not for you. Yeah. No. Yeah, it's a weird one. I don't know many people who've experienced it either. It's not a very common one. It's a bit of a random one. No. Yeah, no, it's not a common one. So clear aliens, which I think we sort of briefly touched on just now, that's clear smelling. You might be able to smell something in spirit. So I think you were saying about that rubbish thing, what was it? And then it went away. When my uncle passed away, I remember I could smell the smell because he was a heavy smoker, smell his cigarettes, his tobacco in the apartment. And there was no smell of tobacco in the apartment. And he used to do really bad farts, and I remember I always said if he were ever to come back, in the afterlife, he would make it known that he was there by doing one of his. He did the worst farts, and true enough, he did because it just came out of nowhere. I was like, "Who farted?" And at the time, it was just me and my ex-husband at home. And I was like, "Did you fart?" He goes, "I swear I didn't." Usually, he'll tell me if he did and laugh, but he said, I swear it wasn't me. So, and I was like, I think I know who it is. And shortly after that, I could smell the tobacco, and that was confirmation that was my uncle. Or yeah, I've randomly smelled roses out of nowhere, and I just took it as a sign to buy myself flowers. So, yeah, that's a sign from spirit. Have any of you experienced that? Apart, I think one of you said with the, I think was it the rubbish? Any of you experienced it? I sometimes smell smoke like coming from a ski course or incense that don't feel anything spiritual. Okay, yeah. Yeah, it could be that. Could be that. Yeah, it can be random, or could be spirit passing by. I mean, they're like people, people pass by. Could be that. Yep. Everyone else? Yeah. Okay. Not really. I smelled my uncle's cologne. Oh wow, that's crazy, Melissa. That is crazy. Yeah, that's definitely him visiting. Oh, it's nice when they do that, isn't it? It's really nice. Not you, Ash. No, that's okay. Wow, that's pretty cool. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it when they do that. Okay, any questions before I move on to the next slide? No. All right, I'll just move on to the next slide. Sorry, we might go a little over time. Is that okay with all of you? I just kind of want to hope we can get so you guys can get most out of it. Is that okay if we go a little 10, 15 minutes over time? But if you need to hop off, that's fine as well. Yep, that's okay. It's all right. Yep, cool. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so psychic ability and mediumship. So there is actually a difference. So some individuals may possess both, but they are distinct. So psychics read energy of an individual's past, present, and potential future. So the future can always change. So mediums connect directly with souls and spirits. And like, so all mediums are psychic, but not all psychics are mediums. So just to give you a bit more context, so for example, tarot readers, sometimes you don't necessarily have to be connecting to spirit directly. You would use your clear senses to come through. So connecting to spirit directly is like, for example, external clear audio is like, okay, I'm hearing you. What are you saying? So for instance, you're connecting to a loved one in spirit. So if I was connecting to someone's loved one in spirit, they would come through, they will show me things like, okay, this is who I am, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, can you show me more information? So that's direct communication. Whereas tarot, for instance, there's so many modalities, by the way. They will be looking, you connecting to the energies of the person and that. So you don't necessarily have to connect to spirit directly, or even opening the Akashic records. You don't need to know mediumship to do that. It's mostly more like psychic ability. So, and saying that, so not all psychics are mediums that they don't communicate spirit. It doesn't mean that you can't pick it up, but just to make it clear. But the reason why all mediums are psychics is because they can get that psychic information from spirit. So spirit, they talk to spirit, say, okay, can you tell me, what's the color of your hair and that, and they'll show you that. Does that make sense? Let me know if it doesn't. Yeah. Any questions? Everything okay? Move to the next slide. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll just move on to the next slide. So I think some of you are talking about, protecting your energy is very important. So we're going to talk about spiritual hygiene and grounding. So it's all about keeping your energy clear and protected so you don't absorb what isn't yours. So the purpose is to cleanse and shield. So whereas grounding is bring your energy back into your body so you feel centered and calm, and you feel present as well. There's multiple ways that this isn't the end all be all list, by the way. This is just like a quick one if you don't really have much around you. You can do deep breathing exercises, that helps. Visualizing roots into the earth. So we'll do a little exercise with that. Salt showers, a salt bowl, cleansing spray, incense. That's that helps. So you could do that. Or imagine a golden bubble surrounding you. You can do that before you leave the house if you want to, or before you do reading, or before you're interacting with any energetic vampires. I'm sure you all would have had energetic vampires in your life at some point. So just imagine yourself in a golden bubble, a salt shower. You could actually you could get Epsom salt. So you could just rub it off on your skin, or if you've got a bathtub, you can just do it there as well. I personally find them quite exhausted. That's just for me, but some people love them, whereas I'm like, no, it's too much. But a lot of people say that's great. So you could just rub the salt onto you, just rub it onto your body. You can do that. Another thing, sorry, I should have put it in here, is you can also imagine, when you're having a shower, maybe if you're washing your hair, you can imagine a golden light coming down across you. So, and it's a great way to protect your energy. And water is very purifying as well. So you can always imagine a golden light coming through down too. Yeah, so that's another thing you can do in the shower as well, if you don't have access to salt or you don't want to use salt. Calling my energy back to me. So I call my energy back to me. That's a very easy one. So just say it out loud, and that actually helps, and affirm it to yourself. So these are just a couple of tips you can do. Yeah. Has anyone else got any questions? No? Okay. All right, just going to move on to the next one. Okay, so we're going to do a third eye activation exercise. What time is it? All right, so I may just shorten it, just make it a little shorter. So get yourselves comfortable. Get yourselves comfortable. So we're going to do a 10-minute meditation exercise here. So close your eyes. So when you're ready, I want you to take a deep breath in for 4 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in again for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I just want you to imagine yourself being surrounded by a beautiful golden bubble surrounding you all over. It should feel very warm, very, very warm. Just know that this is your safe space. Nobody can enter. It's only you. It's only your spirit guides and only those who want to be there for your highest good, specifically your spirit guides. Just know that you're safe, you're protected, you're guided, and you're loved. So you should be feeling warm all over from the top of your head down through your forehead, your ears, your nose, your lips, your jaw, your neck, your chest and back, your tummy, your pelvis, your hips, your thighs, knees, calves, your ankles, and the soles of your feet. So you should be feeling very warm. You should be feeling very calm and relaxed. Now that you're feeling very calm and relaxed, I want you to keep the focus on your third eye chakra, so that point between your eyebrows and your forehead. So I just want you to imagine a purple light shooting out of it, and it may feel tingly, and that's okay. Just observe what comes through. So the point of meditation, I suppose, is just to be present. It's not about not thinking about anything. It's just being in the present. So just keep your focus on that and just observe what comes through. So is there anything to do? Can you see anything coming through? Are you getting a feeling? Are you getting a knowing? Things may just come through and may not make sense. If any thoughts come through, just let it pass. But I just want you to keep your focus on that third eye. So I'm going to leave you here for about 2 minutes just to see what comes through. So give yourselves just 2 minutes and I'll come back to you. So slowly coming back to the room, slowly coming back. You can wriggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Just coming back. How are you all feeling? You all feeling okay? Did anything come to you? You can just pop it in the group chat. So if anything came to you, and it could be random. It doesn't need to make sense, by the way. Mind you, none of it, spirit doesn't always make sense. So yeah. I'm feeling sick all week, but I know it's not a viral gym. But when I activate my throat, my whole body turned on. This friend came to my, that's really scary, Melissa. Gosh, might have to do, you might need to do a bit of a cleanse, Melissa, I feel. Gosh, that's really bad. Yeah, definitely do some energy cleansing. Maybe offline. I'll chat with you offline. Maybe how does that sound? I'll have a chat with you offline, see what we can do. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's creepy. Yeah. So yeah, let's take this offline, Melissa. I'll chat with you after the Zoom's chat. Gary, just sensations and intense energy on the right side of my body. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah. I saw a few kids cycling, family gathering, big. Oh, that's beautiful. It's such a lovely scenery for you. It's beautiful. That's very descriptive. So you're probably quite clairvoyant. I can't remember if you mentioned you're quite clairvoyant. Oh no, I think you were mentioning you got deja vus. I think so. That's beautiful. Just some, yeah, no, that's great. Tingling sensations in my third eye. That means your third eye is activating. That means it's activating. So that's terrific. Yeah. Scenario play out, bit of a knowing rather than what you're playing like a movie. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's some, I think, sacral geometry. I think that's what they call. So you see random images and that. That's really cool. Yeah. So yeah, so that's also a sign your clairvoyance is coming through, but more than knowing. That is pretty cool. I see snippets of a room like a living room with a window to a garage. Felt old and nostalgic in age, something like my grandparents' home, but I know it's not that. Ah, that's interesting. Could be a past life, Aria. It could have been a past life. Sometimes you get dream about past lives as well. I know I have. I keep seeing bluish flower with some purple around. Oh, that's beautiful. That's really beautiful. Wow. Could be something to do with maybe your throat chakra and your third eye activating. So sometimes when you see colors, it can be associated with the chakras. For those of you not familiar with it, the throat chakra is blue. It's all about speaking up your truth, and the purple, that's typically to do with the third eye. So it could be your third eye activating as well, Katharina. That's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah, that's great. Anything else anyone else wanted to share? It's always been like an old TV that I can't quite tune. I get a bit of an image, or I can see a bit of the show in the haze of the channel not being tuned in right. No matter how hard I set the side of the TV, that's okay. When I see things too clairvoyantly, Matt, I'm not very good with remembering faces. I have this weird thing where I don't remember faces unless I see you every day. So yeah, so it's so I can't so it could be I'm not sure if you have the same thing as me, but I get like that. So I can't remember exactly the details of the process, but I just know like, this person's tall or slim or whatever it is. Yeah, so yeah, that's okay. Yeah. Anyone else want to share anything? Otherwise, I'll move on to the next exercise. But I'm glad a lot of you got something out of it. That's great. Thank you for sharing that. It's amazing. Okay, so I'm going to get you to do another exercise. This time, you're all going to be doing an energy reading on me. Don't worry, don't freak out. Look, like I said, it's not about getting it right or wrong. Like, you know how with just now, you all just trusted whatever came through, just, typing it in, just do the exact same thing, like exact same thing. So what you might help will do is maybe if you want to all, get yourselves comfortable again, you can close your eyes, just get yourselves grounded. So take another deep breath in for 4 counts. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in again for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathe out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Just feeling grounded, just feeling grounded. I'm going to get you to sense my energy. So feel free to put your hands up to the screen if that helps. If it helps you to put it closer to my face, if you've got my face on the screen, if that helps, that's fine. Sometimes people find they can pick up more energy with their hands up. So just notice what comes to you. It might be something random. You may get a feeling of my past, present, or future. You might see shapes, images, or get feelings that come to you, colors. Just trust what comes to you. And it might be totally random, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't need to make sense. So I'm just going to leave you all here for 2 minutes and just to observe what comes through. So just observe what comes through. So I'll leave you here for 2 minutes just to see what comes through. So slowly coming back to the room, slowly coming back. You can wriggle your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and feel free to pop in whatever came to you. I know it was a really short exercise, but yeah, it doesn't matter if you got something small. I'm not expecting you to have like a million things in that. Yeah, so feel free to just pop in whatever's in the chat. Again, like I said, there's no right or wrong. Was there anything? So orange and blue fishes and sharks, a yellow and a very bright sunlight. Oh, that's beautiful, Katharina. That's really beautiful. My palms actually feel warm. I can't. Oh, wow, that's crazy. My palms are actually quite warm, speaking of which, and I was in Egypt recently. I was in Egypt, was it 2 months ago? What? Yeah, 2 months ago. Gosh, time flies by. But yes, and with Katharina, I did something to do with orange. Orange resonates. I've been told I need to do more work on my sacral chakra and my throat chakra, which is blue, so that makes sense. And yellow flower, yeah, and a bright sunlight, yeah. I immediately felt some pressure at the third eye. I saw yellow and you felt tingles too, cousin? Yep. Yep. Okay, no, that's great. That's great. Third eye. Yeah, it could be that. Could be mind's activated as well, being psychic medium. That could be that. Yep, yellow and yellow could be my solar plexus as well. And I think someone else mentioned yellow. Katharina, yep, could be that as well. I saw a blue glowing fish. Oh gosh, Gary and Katharina seeing blue fish. That's crazy. A mix of purple blue was more evident. Golden hair girl braided. She was glowing yellow light. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. That is cute. I saw a sea in the water as vibrant blue as if I was down Cliffs Hills and the cliffs were green. very tied to nature. It could be where my family lives. My auntie in New Zealand, she lives on a hill and it overlooks the sea as well. So it could be where you were seeing. So that absolutely resonates. I saw a horse the side of its head and it closed in tight on its own. It was trying to communicate with me. I know you can't go. I did get some heartburn, but that could be my own issue. I saw the inside of a white two-story house, two small black windows, but it was like I saw it through one of those fisheye cameras, so I couldn't see it clear. That's interesting. You're all getting fish. That's really interesting. I need to find out what actually. No, actually, my mum does have fish in her pond. It's a little waterfall. It's like a barley looking feature. One of those. It could be you're all seeing fish as well. So that could be it. Yeah. Actually, and Matt, with regards to horse, going by Chinese astrology, I was born in the year of a horse, so that definitely resonates with me. So that definitely makes sense. And next year it's meant to be my year. Yay. Mind you, I think we've all had a difficult 2025. So 2026, here we go. Felt reassuring energy, like calm and positive. Oh, that's lovely. Thank you, Kate. Thank you. I love that. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, I do feel quite calm and positive. Yeah, thank you. That's beautiful. White horse. Ooh, white horse. Interesting. Yeah, 2026 is a horse year. And yeah, I was born in the year of a horse if we go by Chinese astrology. So that's interesting. You all pick up on fish. And there are fish in my mum's pond thing. I think she did have goldfish at one point or something. So the orangey looking ones. So that makes sense. Yeah, and the horse. Yeah. That's amazing. You all got a lot. You all got a lot coming through. That's really good. It was such a short amount of time, but you all got a lot. Well done. That's great. Anything else anyone else wanted to share? So it sounds like you all would have seen things clairvoyantly from the way, and well, Kate, I think in your case, that was more like clairsentience with your language areas you saw. Felt like your external, oh, sorry, you got missed you. It felt like your external environment is cold, but your body is warm. It feels cozy for some reason. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Yeah, I mean, yeah, to be honest, I've got the AC on full blast here, so that's spot on. But yeah, I get really hot. Like I'm always feeling warm, especially when I'm doing this sort of work. So that absolutely resonates. More of a feeling for me than imagery. Yeah, yeah, that's clear sentience. Cool. Well done, everyone. That's great. Great job. So these are just some of the exercises I do. Oh, you saw circles? Yeah, that's great. That's good. Yeah, no, that's good. You're seeing things, Preeta. So it sounds like you're using your clairvoyance as well. Circles. I'm trying to think of circles. Circles. I'm sure it may come to me later, Preeta, but yeah. Yeah. That's fantastic. Yeah. Anything else anyone else wanted to share? No? Okay, I'll move on to the next slide. So, oh, yep, sorry, Aria. My hands felt tingly and warm when I put them to screen. Oh, yeah, that's clear sentient. So probably would have been picking up on my energy. So yeah, my hands are actually quite warm. Someone else picked up that I've got warm hands, so that's spot on. Yeah, actually does feel warm. So yeah, that's really awesome. You all picked up so much. That is awesome. And my fingers were moving a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's probably because, Catherine, you're probably picking up on my energies as well, and could have been picking up on other people's energies too, could be. So could be you're picking up on energies as well. So that's normal. And yes, my fingers are moving a lot too, speaking of which. So yeah. Okay. All right. So why trusting your intuition changes everything. It makes a huge difference. And it sounds like you're all quite, quite aware of that as well. So one thing is that you make aligned decisions faster, less overthinking. Someone was saying they tend to let their logic override their intuition. You stop second guessing yourself plus your path. That's I've been in that boat before. Where how many of us put up? Someone said that, and was it 10 people said, yep, I agree. The great news is that trusting your intuition, you recognize red flags early and energetic misalignment early. Like you just pick it up, you'd be like, nah. I know that I've been to some events where I've gone out to network and meet people, and sometimes just seen some people's like, I don't have a good feel about this person. I'm thinking, no, hang on, I'm being judgmental. I'm being judgmental, even though I'm a psychic medium. So of course, I should be right energetically. But then I shake hands with the person, start talking to it, and then within 2 minutes, I'm like, of course I was right. Of course. I'm like, why am I even doubting myself? I get paid to do this for a living. So I still doubt myself too, because I'm thinking, no, I'm being judgmental. So yeah, but you recognize it early. I could walk into an event and I'll be like, like got a great feel about this person, or may not want to, hang out with this person. So some of you, I think some of you in this room, I'm sure some of you would have experienced that. How many of you have had that? You walked into a room, you've immediately known, like, yep, I'm going to like this person, or I don't have a good feeling about this person, like, and you don't know who they are. Yep, you too. Yep, Nat. Yep, Katharina. Yep, you too, you go. Yep, Gary. Yep, I remember you've mentioned that. I think Kate as well. Don't be shy. Yep. Yeah, that's the thing. We always tell ourselves, yep, sometimes, but I have had times where I've been wrong. That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's okay. But I suppose just more trusting your intuition, it'll help you sharpen that more. Yeah. But you could have been picking up on something else as well, maybe a particular trait you wouldn't have liked about them. Perhaps it could be that, but you just don't know what it is. Sometimes you don't know until much later on as well. Could be that. Yeah. But yeah, the great thing about trusting intuition is you attract aligned opportunities, clients, and relationships, which getting into this work full time. So just taking the leap, I've ended up attracting the right opportunities and clients and relationships. So honestly, going with your intuition, just following your gut does take you to places. You do tend to feel more confident, grounded, and guided in daily life. And I can tell you, I don't think I've ever felt this grounded in my life, even though I've done the scariest thing, jumping into this business full time. But I have never felt so grounded and guided. You strengthen your connection to spirit and your higher self. I know quite a number of you would love to do that, but trusting your own intuition, even if you don't want to become like as psychic woo-woo as me, just helps you strengthen that connection. You do also move through life with more ease, flow, and clarity. Things just fall to make sense. I had a dream of getting a job offer, like HR called me and giving me the job, and I got the next day similarly without receiving a call, but from the recruiter. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, that's clairvoyant. So you were predict that's a prophetic dream. So that came true. That came true. That is so cool. That is awesome. Yeah. Yeah. So you've definitely got clairvoyance. Actually, quite a number of you have clairvoyance actually, and clairaudience, like internal clairaudience. That's crazy. Like not a lot of people realize they have clairaudience, but it's a lot more common than people think, like as you've all seen today. Yeah. It's awesome. Okay, so yeah, before I get into this, did any of you have any other questions around this? No. Okay. All right. So again, if you're interested, if this is something you'd love to do, as I mentioned, I offer one-on-one coaching sessions to strengthen your psychic mediumship readings or abilities, or if you wanted to learn how to read the Akashic records, that's something I can help you with. That's one modality. Tarot and Oracle card readings, as well as just trusting your intuitive confidence. Yeah. So I do offer packages, 1 sessions, 3 sessions, or 6 sessions. You would probably get the best out of it if what was it, if you did 3 or 6 sessions. I do have a special offer. So for the next 7 days, if you're interested, you get 10% off. Payment's going to be made within the next 7 days. So the last day to pay will be next Thursday, not Wednesday, it'll be Thursday. So you've got 7 full days. So reach out to me directly to book in your sessions if you're interested. So the first 2 signups also get a free 20-minute reading with me. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. But if yeah, so this is just what I'm offering. Again, this is today I just want to share my knowledge and what a coaching session would look like with me, or just to give you those tools to take away and hopefully give you a bit more just a few more tools to practice with and even to protect your own energy. But if you'd love to stay in contact, for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, you can find me on Samantha the Clair, TikToks at Samantha the Clair as well, emails admin@samanthadeclaire.com, or you can check out my website, samanthadeclaire.com. Yeah. Did any of you have any questions before? Sorry, we've gone over time, and thank you for that. Did any of you have any other questions as well? You want to ask me? Oh, thank you. Thanks, Melissa. Yeah. But if you've got any questions, if you don't want to pop it in the chat, feel free to, reach out to me directly. You can probably best to catch me on Instagram. That's probably the easiest way to catch me. Otherwise, if you don't have social media, you can send me an email, which is just up here. I'll also be emailing out the recording to all of you, and I'll be uploading it onto YouTube so you can refer to it again. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Matt. It was so lovely. Oh, I haven't played Woo Woo in a few weeks. Yeah, no, thank you for taking your time. Thanks, Matt. Thank you. Not yet so far. Yep, that's fine, Ash. Yep, yeah. So my door's always open. Thank you so much, Sarah. Lovely. Thank you so much, Yuga. So lovely connecting with you again. Oh, thanks, Ari. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. All right. Okay, so yeah, we'll finish up here and you have a lovely evening and thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Gary. Thanks, Rita. All right, I'll just stop the recording here.